Coach's Show with Gaige Courtney and some of his crew here. We have some very special guests with us. We have Rowen Perkins, who is a defensive back extraordinaire, and we have a guy over here who has had a little trouble with his knee, and Deacon Holliman. He's been out since game 2, right?
Webster.
The Webster game, but we want to hear from him and get an update on his status, and hopefully we'll see him a little later in the season. But again, welcome to the Coach's Show, presented by Whitetail Properties and Mark Williams, and a number of other sponsors. And we'll take a pause and recognize some of them in just a moment. But first, let's talk about Coach Courtney. We have a long road trip. We go up to Bethlehem, and a pretty good football team out of Bardstown, and it's a team that we've wrangled with from time to time, mostly in the playoffs, but we had them here last year and took them right down to the wire last year.
Yeah, it was a good football game.
And they are, I've seen where they're ranked as high as 4 in some polls. I know Jason Frakes with Courier-Journal has predicted that they will be a semifinalist team in Class A. And I think KSR has them number 4, Associated Press has them number 5 in this week's poll. But they're a good football team led by a good quarterback, Cooper Boy and Cooper Stone.
Yes.
And they have some talent. So
yeah,
what are we going to do with these guys? What are you seeing on film?
Like you said, they're a good football team. Ranked that high, there's not a whole lot of holes or anything like that. They're very well coached, very disciplined, great quarterback, got about double passing yards they have rushing, really like to throw it around, but also a very capable running back who's really solid as well. Plenty of receivers. I believe they have 3 receivers that average about 70 or 80 yards a game, but, spread it out a lot. And defensively solid as well. We'll have our hands full with them. Got a lot of respect for them, the way they play, and we just got to go out and do what we always do. That's the plan. I love this game because it's a good measuring stick for us. Obviously, they're a very good Class A team, and we don't get to see many Class A teams at all down here, really. So we just kind of got to read about them and kind of see what it's like, and just good to get a measuring stick. Good to get to a long road trip, as much as I don't like it, but you hope that it prepares you for the playoffs later on. Because I told these guys today, if we make any type of run at all, we're going to be on the road at some point and have to take one. So it's a lot of positives to this game, and I'm excited about it just to see where we stack up.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Bethlehem, I think since the last time we were up there, I believe they've renovated their field. Am I not?
Yeah, I've never actually been there, but it's not at the school anymore. I don't believe it's off. It's off. I
believe it's in the same place, though, isn't it? Or is it in a new location?
I thought it was a new location.
Okay,
I did post the address to the football page, and I can get that. We can get that out.
I'll look closer at that, and if it is, I'll try to post something.
But really nice turf field, really, really good facility. So I think the kids will enjoy that. I don't know how many times they've played on turf. Have y'all ever yet? No, I don't think so.
Never played on the turf field. Of course, you played on one up in
Beechwood.
That
was the first time I ever played in high school. It was on one of my last game. Yep. So that'll be a fun experience for them too. Get to play on that, and it's a little faster, a little different.
It looks to me kind of like it may be in the same area, and they just redid the field. But I'm not positive on that. But I just saw an aerial view online of some pictures, and it kind of looked like the same location.
It may be.
But the field does look nice, and the old they had a coach's tower in the end zone, and that's where our radio guys got one. Coach Hodge and Mike Crabtree and some of them were up in there, and the wind was blowing. It started spitting snow. And I got up there at halftime, and it was rocking.
Yeah.
So no, I think that's all gone. And I tell you, the atmosphere when you go to a football game at Bethlehem really reminds me as much of the atmosphere at Crittenden County as anywhere I've ever been.
Really? Well, I'm excited for it. I haven't got to go yet.
They tailgate out there. They've always got a grill rolling and a lot of music. Their fans come out. It's just a big party like it is at Rocket Stadium, and it's a great atmosphere for high school football.
Yeah, that's good. That's always fun to go to those good atmospheres. That's feels kind of like home, and everybody's excited. It just makes for a better game for both teams, I think. You got that.
Now I think this new one's got a big track around.
Yeah, it does.
So
our fans are far away. It looks.
So take just a moment to recognize some of our partners who bring you this program every week, as well as all of our other digital products that we provide during Rocket football. And in the fall and throughout the season, and some of the other seasons that these guys help us out on. We appreciate them. We want to thank them. Of course, Whitetail Properties, broker and agent Mark Williams, where you can find your middle of nowhere. And also our other partners, Par 4 Plastics. Look for their products in Walmart, on vehicles, gun stocks. They make all kinds of things out there at Par 4 Plastics. First United Bank, Charlie Day, lending agent, and Colonel Ag, Corey and Blake Colonel. It's it's their time of the year, just like it's the football guys' time of the year. These guys are on call all the time. Farmers Bank and Trust, been in the same location since 1899, and they have 10 locations across western Kentucky now, even down in Bowling Green. Seaplant Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative with offices here on Main Street in Marion. Let's talk just a little bit. I know you guys have probably watched a little bit of film on Bethlehem too, and chime in here anytime you want and talk about some of these guys. But let's talk a little bit about the quarterback, Cooper Stone. He's he's got a wing, don't he? I went online, looked some of his video he had on his Twitter page, Twitter posts, and man, he can throw it downfield.
Yeah, he's got a really strong arm. He can make any throw. He's big too. If you get him moving, he can run. 6'2". He even looks bigger, and I wonder how much he weighs.
190 is what he's got on his Twitter account.
Okay. He looks every bit of those two numbers, and he can really throw it. And he's got good weapons out there. He's solid. I mean, he's definitely, to me, the first thing that we got to take away. Which in high school, that's not really very common, or if it is, it's a running quarterback and some running type of offense. But his arm is extremely dangerous, and his weapons are as well. And
his stats, he's up there in top 3 in the state, and just about everything. 1,297 yards, so roughly 1,300 yards in net passing so far this season. 65 completions on 113 passes, so he's hitting about half of them. Yeah. Actually a little more than that, but he's played in all 5 games, and he's also running a little bit, not too much, but he can't carry the ball like you said. But they've got Zane Wycliffe, the running back, and he's rushed for about 100 yards a game, and he's a pretty good football player.
Yeah, that's what I say. I mean, the passes, it does seem that they're more pass heavy, but they've also won their games by a lot. So maybe they've been able to throw it around more. If he gets tighter, maybe you see who they are more. But he's definitely very capable. He hurt us here last year. He was a running back last year and broke off a few big runs against us. He runs really hard, and we're going to make sure that we have to, wrap up and rally to the football, and hopefully all the things that we've been working on this week continue, because I like the way that we've been getting to the football, and he's going to be another big test for us this week.
Well, we tackled him as well last week as I've ever seen a Rocket football tackle, and that goes back to the 1980s. Yeah. I mean, we tackled, I don't know how many missed tackles you had on your...
So we had 7.
7. How many?
7.
7. That's not too many for a football game against Union County.
No.
And, just from standing on the sideline watching, I didn't see too many at all. Yeah. I don't think I saw that many. So the guys did a great job.
Yeah, and when we did miss them, we had somebody right there most of the time. Now, of course, obviously, they had a couple big runs, but most of the time we had somebody right there, that had their back. We're pursuing, playing together, playing team defense the way we want to.
Of course, second half, they just pretty well ran the ball at us. Right. Now, this Bethlehem team, they're gonna air it out, and I'll tell you the guy that kind of scares me on their team is their receiver, Popovich. He's got good hands, good speed.
Yeah, I think Popovich is good. I think the Ray kid is also good. They're both very solid. And there's one more, honestly. Osborne. Yeah, it's kind of a 3-headed monster. I don't know exactly what their stats were, but I believe on the scouting report it had them all between 70 and 80 yards. So, it's pretty even. All can make
averaging,
on the average. So they're all 3, extremely good. And it obviously keeps us pretty balanced to feel like we can't focus on one of them. We just got to play straight up, and hopefully we can win some of those one-on-one battles out there. And
I think that's a clear indication of how he throws the ball downfield, because he doesn't have all that many completions really, but he's got a lot of yards.
Right.
So they're scoring, they're hitting big when they get it.
Yeah, they definitely can do that.
And we're going to have to make some tackles, certainly in open field this week against these guys. So secondary going to have a lot of stress on it.
Yeah, and the secondary. I mean, we've played some teams that throw the ball a little bit, but we haven't seen anything. This type of offense, the type of stress that'll be put on them this week in the air. That's for sure. It'll be a real challenge for us. We're kind of getting our run picked up, and now we have kind of at least get to see where our pass defense is. Like I said, it hadn't been tested really just a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. So in the secondary, the fastest guy you got on the field sitting right here beside us.
Yep, that's for sure.
Rowen Perkins. Rowen, and you, what is your time in 40?
Well, I ran a 4.59 once, but
4.59?
yeah,
That's
but
pretty
I
strong.
averaged
Yeah.
I averaged like 4.6, 5.46, 0.47.
Yeah. Of course, you're on the track team as well, and you used to run cross country. You still doing any of that? No.
That is terrible. It's not a fun
Especially on Saturday morning after a
After
Friday night
football,
football
actually.
game. That's typically when they run.
It's brutal.
Yeah. Now in the track, what do you run sprints?
Yeah, I long jump too. I do the 400, and my main event's long jump. I'm pretty good at long jump, I'd like to say, but 400s, I like the 400 a lot too. That's pretty fun.
Yeah. What's your best time in the 400?
Well, it's a relay,
Oh,
so they do
okay.
splits. So my best time's 53 something, but
Yeah.
that's pretty fast. I like to think.
So what are you doing to prepare for this Bethlehem team? I mean, the way they throw the ball downfield. What are you doing this week? What kind of music you listen to get ready?
I just like listening to anything really. Just give me my mind right,
Yeah.
But I like watching film, seeing what they do, seeing their double moves and stuff. Well, not double moves, but their stem moves and how they come off the ball, how they if they're not getting the ball or blocking, how they come off. So because a lot of people just stand there and then go block, but then again, a lot of people get ready to go get the ball. So I just like seeing it and looking for that.
So you watch a lot of film every week?
Yeah, I watch a little bit when I can.
No, you guys, it's different than it was in the old days, Gaige. These guys can go home and they've got their phones and they watch it on the Huddle network. And so how much time do you go home at night, Rowan, and sit and watch some of this guy? I mean, you've obviously watched these guys and their moves.
I mean, I probably watch 10 minutes. I just scroll through and look at what side I'm on and he's doing.
You're supposed to sit probably 2 or 3 hours. The coach said.
Yeah,
I can see it.
I mean, I'm just.
I check every second of film that they watch every week. I get a report. How long have they watched film? Our leader was Bradley Berry this week for 2 hours and about 45 minutes.
All right, Bradley Berry.
I know. I look every week.
You got to, don't you? It's accountability.
Yeah, and it lets me know who I know for sure knows what's going on. I mean, really, and I don't expect them to watch a ton of film, but I do like to see, all right, are they at least looking at this? It's just kind of a good indicator of how focused we are, I think.
So, with Deacon Holliman, we're going to get your take on this. Now, you're laid up still, and you're rehabbing right now, and you're probably not watching much film, are you?
No, I'm broken.
So give us an update on your status, and kind of a lot of our viewers may not know exactly what happened to you. So kind of take us through the injury itself on the field, and then what your rehab has been like, and if there was no surgery. Yeah. So go ahead and just take us through.
I dislocated my patella. It's my kneecap. That was the doctor term. That's what they told me. Did it 5 times that night. It was the first time, I think it was in the 4th quarter of the Webster game, and then I went to go block the middle linebacker, and I hit him, and I guess I turned, and I planted my foot. When I turned, it just snapped. Felt like just popped out, and I was on the ground, and my whole leg went numb. And then I went to go shake hands with them, and it popped out again, and then the rest popped out of my house, and I went to the hospital because I couldn't take the pain. It was terrible. And then they told me I don't need surgery, just all my ligaments were torn. And it had a big bone bruise, and my quad shut down. That's my only problem right now. I started to be able to bend it. Physical therapy has been pretty easy. I like it. They're nice. And
Where are you going physical therapy at?
right across the street at the hospital.
Community hospital, good.
I go tomorrow, Thursday, back to go see Dr. Kim Parker. Is supposed to look at my leg and see what's wrong with it, see why it ain't waking up and everything. My quad it doesn't work. I can't do anything with it. That's my only problem. Once it gets back and I can work it and everything, I should be able to get back and play.
So we're still looking at weeks and not days right now with him, right, Coach?
Sounds like it. It sounds like tomorrow we'll know a lot more and kind of really maybe put more of a concrete time or at least what we're looking at kind of. But, I mean, it doesn't sound all bad, I don't think. He's been having to get a little movement in his quad, right? And he's waking up a little bit,
Just
doing a shot.
It's slower than I was supposed to get cleared this week.
Yeah, we were thinking this week. So it's a little longer than we expected. But
I should be back.
still staying positive, man. I still feel good that he'll be back.
Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We'll take a little break, recognize some of our partners, but I want you to think about this question. I'm gonna come back right back to you, okay? So be ready for the ball. I'd like for you just to talk about, mentally how you've been approaching this, because this is your senior year, and it's tough. It's tough to come out early in your senior year and to be injured, and then what are the things you're trying to do to help morale and help your own psyche to some degree. So think about that just a moment. We'll come back and get your answer on it. So I'd like to again thank our partners who provide this coaches show every week and all our other digital products we do and provide you from Rocket Football. Of course, Whitetail Properties and Mark Williams, broker and agent. Frazier Law Firm, see Mark Frazier and his staff on Main Street of Marion for all your legal needs. Riley Tool and Machine, Todd Riley, he's the voice of the Rockets, and he can weld anything or fix anything in the world. He even has a service truck he'll bring out, do some work. H&H Home and Hardware, your local department store. It has just about anything you need for any project you have going on, and they have rental equipment as well. The Heritage at Marion Country Club, that's the old Marion Country Club's Heritage Golf Course. They have mulligans and bingo. They have golf and frisbee golf, disc golf. They don't like the frisbee golf moniker, I don't think, but a full disc golf course out there now. YTG Insurance, Tanner Tabor, Rocket alumnus, and he's an insurance man here in Marion, Kentucky, Independent Insurance, and Hodges Sports and Apparel, where you get all of your game day gear. So you've had about a minute there to prepare, Mr. Holliman. Break it down for me. Your mental, how you're dealing with this mentally, as well as what you're doing for your teammates.
When it first happened, the mental state was not there. I was like, dang, why does this have to happen? And I had a bad feeling that day anyway. I was like, I just hope. It's my worst fear, knee, and then being out for a long time. And then I've been on the sidelines. I've been helping Lane as a right tackle, telling him how to.
Lane West.
It's his first year. I've been helping him how to block and just read stuff and everything. And I was helping Brand Sassy, who stepped in as a freshman, as a center, trying to help him snap and read stuff. And I just been like Coach Brown's little assistant, just sitting there helping him.
Coach Brown's little assistant.
I got a few of them at this point.
Yeah, way too many.
More than we'd like.
Yeah, his recruiting program is not good for the rest of the football team, is it? Talk a little bit about Braden Brandsassy. I mean, you're mentoring him. He's a freshman, and he was a player of the week this week, lineman of the week, and he has really come in and just doing a tremendous job. Talk a little bit about what you're seeing out of him.
He's big for a freshman. He's really big. He's doesn't really mind contact. I think he overthinks, and he's a freshman, so like he doesn't have the experience. So I have to help him what some people do. I got to put him in a position like, you can step one way, but watch out for this, and tell him how to, once you're hold on to blocking someone, just run them to the ground.
So, turn our attention now to Mr. Perkins, and I've got the toughest question I probably got for you today, Rowen. Why are you not a kicker? Because all your brothers were kickers. Your dad was the kicking coach here for a few years, and I just thought, man, we got another guy. It's automatic. He's a kicker. He's rolling in here, and what is it?
Yeah, I don't.
People ask me that all the time, don't they?
Not all the time. It's like it's pretty frequent, but I don't know. I can't really get down the foot movement. I don't know. It's just like the movement. Like I can't really get that down. So and then Will and Noah, they could get that down. I don't know. I guess I don't have the hip flexibility or something. But I don't really like being a foot fairy anyway.
Well, your stature. I mean, both those guys were tall and longer type kids. I mean, like kickers and punters look like, and you're more of built closer to the ground and quick. I mean, you're a lot faster than those guys.
Yeah,
a lot faster. Yeah. So where do you get your speed, mom or dad?
I don't really know. My dad says it's him, but I don't really.
You look a lot like your mom. I'm sure you get that. You got the red hair.
Best of both worlds, I guess.
Yeah. So you're a defensive back. I mean, you play receiver. You've caught I think 6 passes this year, but really most of your work's on the defensive side of the ball. Right?
I wouldn't really say that.
No, he's pretty split.
I'm more of a
And maybe more
Slot.
offense.
Yeah,
maybe
more
more
offense.
offense.
more offense this
Yeah.
year.
Mhm.
And special teams, you're out there on special teams. You're quick down the field and all. Where do you feel like you fit in?
like what?
What do you like? What's your favorite part of the football game?
I like offense because nobody can really guard me half the time, so I'm open, and it's just I like being open. So but Micah doesn't really see me, I guess, because of the line. I mean, it makes sense, but I like yeah. But I like offense and special teams. I like going out on special teams too. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I see a lot of energy from you on special teams.
I try. I try to.
You know, like Tanner Beverly last year was a guy that he just got fired up to play special teams.
Yeah.
It's
It's important.
Absolutely.
His play against Union County, but him and Case both when they flew down that punt kind of early in the game. I felt like really got the energy, really set the tone a lot for that game starting out. Those things are big, really big.
You know, speaking of special teams, I got word just earlier, just a couple of hours ago actually, that it looks like Tyler Boone may get some time on special teams this week.
Really?
For Murray State, they're going down. Playing somewhere in Louisiana. I'm not sure if what team they're playing. A lot of football down in Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But that's what I heard. His family member said that coach
awesome.
told him he's going to get some PT this week. So
I knew he had to be close when he traveled to Texas Tech. I
Yeah.
know they're not just taking everybody at that level. You got to be really close to the field. So
Yeah.
that's exciting to hear. And while we're on that, Dylan Yates, I believe, is getting special teams time at Kentucky Wesleyan. Zach McGahan, I believe, is starting right tackle.
but he got a concussion.
He did. He was out
missed
last week. And Luke Crider is hanging right in there doing really well from what I hear.
He's on the travel team.
Travel team.
Yeah, 2 or 3 on the
Two or
next
three according to the week. So, and for a freshman, especially quarterback, that's a really good thing. Really good thing. So, we're extremely proud of those guys, and it's awesome that their hard work's paying off for them, and we just hope that they stick with it. And I keep an eye on them. I know all the Rocket fans do. You know, keep up with those guys and how they're doing. They seem to be doing great.
We sure do. We love our guys when they're here and when they're gone. We like to follow them, and I think the game Murray State's playing will be. You can watch that if you've got the ESPN app or something, or Dofu Sports is a good place to get
I'm
them.
going to find out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, like to get some of that. And I saw some plays that Dylan was involved in.
Yes.
His mom posted some stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, just real excited to see how well these guys are doing. And I think McGahan was doing great too. Just got a concussion in practice and missed out. Again, want to pause just a moment and thank our partners in providing the Coach Show every week. Johnson's Furniture and Appliances on Main Street in Marion. Shop local for all your appliances and furniture. It's locally family owned, and stop by there and they'll treat you like you are family. Full Body Fitness Studio, trainer Serena Dickerson. She'll get you in rocket shape, and she'll take care of all your logistics too, won't she, Coach?
Yes.
And give your concession stand.
Yeah,
She's a
everything.
Booster Club president, big presence in the Rock football program. Clark's Marion True Value. It's your full service lumber, hardware, and steel dealer. That's steel like chainsaws, weed eaters, and things. La Delicia Restaurant out in the Darwin Plaza, open 7 days a week. So you can go out there even on Sunday afternoon. Not many places around here you can eat on Sunday afternoon. Deer Lakes Golf Course. Rick Hughes down at Deer Lakes, and check out their 18-hole golf course. And of course, Mark Williams, Whitetail Properties, our corporate sponsor for the program. Coach, is before I forget, sometimes I get a little antsy toward the end of the program, and I forget to talk about tickets. And I know that's what our fans want to know.
Yeah.
Everywhere it seems like it's different.
Yeah, it's cash at the gate this week. So
All right.
just
Old
school.
fashioned.
Yeah, crazy.
Imagine that.
Yeah, straight cash at the gate. Do also remember that it'll be on Easter time, so it's a 7:30 Eastern kickoff, right?
Great.
6:30 Central. So make sure that we all know that. And I believe that I had it wrong on my schedule. I had a 7 o'clock start, and it's actually a 7:30 start, and that's Eastern time. So.
7:30 Eastern would be 6:30 Crittenden County.
Crittenden County time.
Mean Crittenden County time. Yeah. So Bethlehem, they're 4-1. They have. I mean, I don't know a lot about those teams up in that part of the state. What I can do is look at their records.
Right.
And Washington County is a team that they played that I think had a pretty good record, but beyond, and they beat them 49-13. But beyond that, the teams that they have beaten, I think combined maybe have 4 wins combined. One of them is winless. I believe maybe it's Thomas Nelson, is winless on the season. So it's kind of hard. You know, they were ranked pretty high last year. I think maybe 5 or 6 last year when they came down here. And we got after them, and we were in a ball game late. And I think if I remember right after the game, I mean, you felt like you were winning. It was kind of something we talked about. A lot of momentum right there. But it's going to be different going up there, or is it? And, you know, Rocket Stadium, as we said, is a great place to play. Our kids get fired up, and we took, we took a Union County team deep in the second half last week. Now, going up there, what do you do to prepare for these kind of trips and prepare the kids for it?
Just talk about it. That's all that we've done. Until we see it, you know, I don't really know how we'll react. That's why I say it's such a good test to see, kind of like a playoff type atmosphere, to see how we're going to react more far away from home. And is just being there with your brothers enough? You know what I mean? Do we need the rocket music and all that? That stuff's awesome. It's great. And it's a huge advantage. But at some point, that's going to go away, and you're just going to have to count on the guy beside you. No music, no fans, no nothing. And we'll see where we're at with it this week. You know, we just got to talk about it, prepare. The trip up there could be a great benefit to us, or it can be really bad for us. It's just according to how we approach it, just like a lot of things. So it's a lot of time to get focused there, and or it's a lot of time to goof off or whatever else that we may do. So we'll just see. We'll see how we handle it. But I'm excited about it, just to see. And like you said, a good football team. Made it to semifinals last year, and we were able to play with them. And they're definitely, I believe, that type of team this year that could make that run as well. So it's just really exciting for me. I really like this game on the schedule to see where we're at.
And then the next week we'll have another long trip down to near Nashville.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of practice of that traveling.
Yeah. Guys, you know, this travel the next 2 weeks, and we're going to play on, from what I understand, you know, of course, the field up at Bethlehem is really nice, and then we're going to see perhaps one of the nicest stadiums and complexes in Tennessee, high school football, from what I'm hearing from the folks down there that are providing a scouting report. So what are the first thing you look for, Ron, when you go into a stadium? Is it, you know, are there hot dogs at the concession stand? Are there pretty women up in the, you know, where the cheerleaders look like? What are you looking at? You're looking, hey, is this turf good? Can I make a cut on it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I look at the field, and how fast can I run the field? That's basically the first thing. I look at it, I'm like, okay, I can run pretty fast on this field. That's the first thing I think of, and then second, I'm like, can I make a cut and stuff?
You get out there on it, test all the
sometimes
areas where you might be on a route.
Yeah, I mean during pregame and stuff.
Yeah. So, Dick, what do you look for when you go to a stadium? Of course, probably where a seat's at right now, because it's hard for you to get around in it. So you're looking for a bench that you can hang out on for a little while.
Before it was just how the layout is, like if it's full flat or if there's like little hills or just how it feels.
Big crown. You run downhill when you're going side to side on those big crowns, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to see a couple of nice facilities over the next couple of weeks. It's always fun to get on the road and see this kind of stuff, play in these environments, and we love to play no matter where we're at. So, anything else, Coach, that we need to cover as far as the travel itinerary? Anything that our viewers need to know?
No, I think that's pretty much it. And like I said, I posted that stuff on the football page, so if you check it out, and the address of the field and the complex is all on there. So
I'll try to get that on our on Rocket Football website too. So, all right, we certainly appreciate these gentlemen coming by and talking some Rocket football with us. And Coach Courtney, good luck up at Bardstown this weekend, Friday night, and let's go get us a win, and then let's try to catch Tyler Boone on TV this weekend.
Right. Let's do it. Appreciate it.
All right, we appreciate all you coming over and join us for the Rocket Football Coaches Show.